Before we continue our discussions, joining us now via Skype is political analyst Mr. Hussain AlShammari. Thank you for joining us tonight on this important event. Now, in terms of political cooperation, what are the biggest challenges facing the GCC today, Mr. Hussain?
First of all, good evening, Ahmed. Thank you for the invitation, and to your esteemed guest, Advisor Abdullah. Since day one, the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council, have faced challenges since it was established in 1981 in Abu Dhabi. Unfortunately, the 8-year war between Iraq and Iran was one of the biggest challenges that we have surpassed. Then the second Gulf War, we have surpassed. The challenges around the Arab world, then we met strongly with the what's called the Arab Spring, where many states in the Arab world were just demolishing one by one. So the Gulf Cooperation Council states becomes and as you said at the introduction, as an essential role. It's a great bloc that have maintained its relationship between the member states. We have met challenges internally and externally, and still we have both externally and internally. Let me speak, if you allow me, about internal issues first. We remember the political boycott between some of the GCC states and the state of Qatar, where the former His Highness Sheikh AlSammari, the former Emir of Kuwait, have played a role of mediation, where he have put together all the leaders, and Kuwait state have actually succeeded in that challenge by bringing the brothers together in a summit and dissolving or solving the mutual issues. Internally, we face, as the people of the GCC, we look forward to further enhance the economic integration, the economic cooperation, the unified currency. Maybe Advisor Abdullah will speak about it. He's more into economy. Also, the integrated railway roads, the working together as a bloc. The latest witness was, if you remember, a month ago, the GCC European Summit, which was held in Europe. This summit indicated the power of the Gulf Cooperation Council. Now, the Gulf Cooperation Council externally plays a great role in the Arab world in supporting the Arab causes, such as the Palestinian cause, supported Egypt during the hard times of Egypt, supported Lebanon, So the role of the Gulf Cooperation Council regionally is so important for the Arab world, and it's a supportive organization to the Arab League. The latest European GCC summit indicated the power that the GCC as a bloc holds together. If we remember, as a study was made by Dr. Hashim Said from the state of Qatar, indicated that the sovereign funds of the Gulf states reaches almost $4 trillion approximately. So this is a powerful investment liquidity that those 6 member states have. Europe is in a need of investment with their deteriorating economy. So this is one pressure paper, as they say, to pressure the opponents. The second, we are a region where we are witnessing trillions of dollars projects of development projects in Kuwait, in Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates, in Bahrain, Qatar, and Oman. Greatly that all the 6 states have visions, either it's 2030 or 2040. So we are a bloc that we know what we are doing in the coming 10 years. We know what to expect. We know what project is is going to be inaugurated in 26, in 27 what we have, in 2030 what we have. Take an example of Saudi Arabia. We know in 27 we have the Asian Cup, we have the Olympics of Asia 29, we have Riyadh Expo 2030, we have the World Cup 2034. So those visions actually have supported each individual member state and collectively working together. This is another pressure or another paper on the hands of the GCC negotiators in the last summit. Third, now we have to understand that we are the lords of oil and gas, and this is the actual energy is the soul, is the source of any development in any economy. Europe have lost many of its oil and gas pipelines after destroying Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2, the pipelines of gas and oil to Europe. So who can fill in right there near Europe? We are farther near Europe than the United States of America. So the prices will be lower for Europe. They have conducted, as you remember, the visits of the European leaders, Olaf Scholz, the Council of Germany, Macron, many Johnson before, and many European leaders came to the Gulf states, have signed contracts in gas between Qatar state and them, and between the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. So as the traders and the deciders, between two parentheses, the deciders of energy, so we now have a direct pressure, which I mean not negatively, positively, in the European circuits. Now we are members, or we are partners with Europe. Before, Europe used to look at us as any other state. Now, no. The Gulf states, or the GCC, the Gulf Cooperation Council, is playing a great role in energy. Now, the deterioration of the, let's say, the Iranian energy, the Russian energy as well, Venezuela energy, the Gulf of Mexico, with the storms that comes around. So the stable market of energy, Europe and the whole world have to understand. We also play a great role, Mr. Ahmed, on the Chinese economy, knowing that 2,200,000 barrels a day arrives to the Chinese economy. China burns almost 12 to 13, 14 million barrels a day. 2.2, that means you are affecting 18% of the economy of China. And we know the strength of the Chinese economy over the world's economy. So 1 or 0.1 of the Chinese economy might affect the international economy. So how about 18% only from Saudi Arabia? I didn't mention the other GCC states. Nowadays, this bloc represents a strong political bloc, a strong economic bloc, a strong social bloc internationally. So gathering all these, yes, we had faced many challenges successfully with the wise leaders, with the wise leadership of the GCC states since the days of Sheikh Zayed and Sheikh Jabir and King Khalid and Sheikh Khalifa and Sheikh Isa and Sultan Qaboos. Since those days, almost half a century, we are about half a century of working together, collaborating together, getting so many projects together.
Yes, Mr. Hussain, you mentioned how important it is, the bloc to the world economy. And you mentioned some of the challenges facing the bloc. Now, can you explain to our viewers how can the state of Kuwait play a pivotal role in addressing these challenges facing the bloc?
The state of Kuwait played or plays a great role not only in the Gulf Cooperation Council, it also plays an essential role and a pivotal role in the Arab League and in the Arab world, as well as the Islamic world, as well as in the international arena. The wise leadership of Kuwait by Sheikh Mish'al Al who we congratulate His Highness for the chairmanship of the coming summit. And we are gladly sure that his wise chairmanship to the summit will lead to many positive results. The outcome of the summit, we do expect a lot as the citizens of the Gulf Cooperation Council. We put hopes on the state of Kuwait in many ways. How Kuwait can play, it will continue, just to continue as it did in the past. Kuwait have always played a great role in the Palestinian cause. Actually, it initiated the PLO in Kuwait. It was among the first countries that have supported the Palestinian Liberation Organization, have supported the Palestinian people, have also pressured the international community to accept the PLO as the only and legitimate representative of the Palestinian people. Also, Kuwait have played, as I mentioned a while ago, Sheikh Sabah, may Allah bless his soul, have played a great role in bringing together the leaders of the GCC countries when the economic boycott between Qatar and the Bahrain, United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia, that was a great political role played by Sheikh Sabah. He even, you remember his last trip to the United States, he coordinated with the President of the United States to solve this issue between the brothers of the GCC. Sheikh Mish'al, we remember him when he was the crown prince in the excuse me, in the security development summit between the Gulf states and the United States of America, Mr. Biden, in July 2022. The last spokesperson of the summit was His Highness Sheikh Mish'al, and in his declaration or in his statement, Sheikh Mish'al have not only put solutions to the issues of the Gulf or the Arab world. If you remember, he have put a roadmap to redevelop the international infrastructure, and this was posed in 2022 as a result, as an outcome of the summit. So the political role and the wise leadership of Sheikh Mish'al can lead to a better understanding of the challenges, of the internal challenges between the GCC states, as well as the challenges that face the bloc as a whole from the outside world. So Kuwait will always, maintain a great stability for its own people and for also the member states. So we are expecting a great outcome politically, supportive. As you said in the beginning, that so many challenges are facing the Arab world nowadays, Ahmed. Now we have seen the Lebanese conflict, we have seen Palestine is under, Gaza is under aggression. Now Syria have started today. So Sudan is another problem. Libya is another problem. Yemen and the Red Sea is another problem. So the political leaders or our leaders really faces so many challenges, but we do trust their wise decisions, their cooperation, their understanding of our need of working collectively. We also look for an integrated projects to continue taking place, learning from each other, as Advisor Abdullah mentioned, learning from each other, each country economically, politically, strengthening the armies. That's also strengthening the Dir al Jazeera or the Peninsula Shield. Also, as it has proven it's a great role during the second Gulf War and during the 2011 Arab Spring in the state and the Kingdom of Bahrain. So the political issue will be taken care of. Now we understand the challenges and the struggle of the world. There is a new world order is performing or is forming right now. It was mentioned by Mr. Biden, the President of the United States. It was mentioned by President Putin, Xi Jinping. So we are looking forward to be one of the world orders participants in the future. Economically we can, politically we can, militarily we can, and socially we can. So all collectively, we, the Arab, is rising, and I think this summit will conclude the hard work of the leaders in the past few years.
Okay. Political analyst Hussain AlShammari, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all the detailed information that you shared with us. Thank you.